Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cosmic Hearts Healing. Today I'm going to be talking about the full moon in Leo, which happens on January 25th. It is all about increasing wisdom to your inner power, strength during adversity, heart chakra activation so you can go after your joy. It's about feeling the differences of alignment and how you handle that, or helping you to see, like, okay, this isn't aligning with my desire. Releasing or making a plan to release your old uncomfortable comfort zones, seeking hidden opportunities, and healing of the mother wound. So I want to do a separate video because I attached a list to my post about the full moon of ways that I've increased my inner power over the last 10 years. And I want to just take that list and spend time with you, but I don't want to do it on this video because it's going to take too much time. But just ways that you can do it is balancing the yin yang, learning about core wounds, how they're formed, how a person with that core wound projects, and emotionally intelligence, mind control, like any and anything that you're gaining wisdom about yourself in healing yourself is going to give you more strength. It's going to make you feel more alive. It's going to heal your law of vibration, which helps with the law of attraction. It's going to make you feel more stable and secure throughout your everyday life, because before, if my yin and yang are fighting with each other and there's no balance in my earth, fire, water, like all those energies, my chakras have all this, crap in them. So you just feel I'm being pulled this way, I'm being pulled this way, I'm being pulled this way. And not like you're really being pulled, but that's how it felt. So once you release all that and you heal it all, it really makes you show up more stable and secure. So I will make another video just on that topic. So moving on, we're going to be talking about strength during adversity. Now, on the Tarot card, it's like a woman in a white dress, and she's either like holding the lion's mouth, or she's like, to me, because how I see the world, it's going to be her higher nature looking into the mouth of the human nature of like I said before, what kind of wisdom do I need to control my wounded ego? Or what kind of strength do I need to get through adversity? And this is it's 2024, so it's a number 8 year. So we're going to be experiencing this energy all year long. So I love that with the first full moon of the year, it happens to be in Leo energy, so everyone can hear this and be like, let's practice this all year long. Like, take my list of increasing and how to grow your power and just keep working on it all year long. Like, I worked on it for like 10 years straight, so just keep doing it. It will pay off, I promise. So right now you might be going through or feeling the differences of alignment, whether it's in good or bad ways. Okay, I've experienced where I was put in situations that used to keep me up for weeks, have me overthinking, and it's like, really, the world's been showing me the difference of my old alignment versus my new alignment. Okay, it's been showing me also the difference of how I show up when I'm in alignment and another person's in their own alignment, and they don't very much meld together. And it's like, that actually got me to think of why we grow so much on Earth. And so I believe, this is just my thought, that when we leave this earth, depending on our law of vibration, will put you in different energy regardless of what you vibe at. So I do think, like, let's say an angel and a lower entity form, they live in different areas, but I do think they meet around Earth. So I'm not saying that they never coexist, but I feel like as humans we coexist maybe a little more, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's just a little side note. But so feeling the difference of the alignment and having strength to get through it, still being able to be vulnerable of who you are. Like, this is who I am. This is how I want to show up. This is what I'm doing, and I'm going to follow my joy, and however you show up is how you show up, and I don't want to get entangled in that. If you are having entanglements, that's okay, but it's just something that you need to make note of and try to figure out why you're so entangled so you can get yourself untangled. So that moves us to the heart chakra activations. So we're going to be having heart chakra activations so we can go after our joys, go after desires, regardless of what that outside world says. So the first thing that came to my mind when I was trying to write were about my cards, the oracle cards. I've lost friends over that, not close friends, but I lost friends over that because reading cards for them doesn't align with their truth, and that's fine, but they shouldn't try to push their truth onto me without even asking me questions, because I do give myself guidelines. Like, I think cards are used to receive messages about our alignment from a higher divine energy that will help me to see something in myself to align with the outside world better. But I think they should all be based on present moments of what you want me to see now so I can improve my world later. I shouldn't be pulling cards because I need to know an answer about the future. I shouldn't be pulling cards. I'm going to use my dog. She's sitting right there, but I don't want to pull cards for my dog without asking my dog. Like, I don't want to use cards to snoop on someone. Like, I wouldn't be snooping in your windows. I know some people will, but that's not me. So I don't want to be pulling cards, like, without. I respect boundaries. The boundaries I respect on Earth, I also respect in my cards. So it's like, but when I look at the deck is right there, so I'm like staring over there. But the Wisdom Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid was the first deck that lit up my heart. So I was trying other decks and I was trying to see what vibed with me the most, and that deck is definitely the one that calls to my heart. So just trusting what you're feeling and learning to have strength to block out that outside world, learning to be vulnerable and show up how you're meant to show up, even if it doesn't align with other people, regardless of the noise that they're going to make because of that. That's what this energy is asking you to do, and it's going to crack your heart open even more to allow you to do that. Releasing the old comfort zones, or making a plan to release the old uncomfortable comfort zones. Okay. And I believe where a lot of us are experiencing this energy because Pluto spends 20 years in a sign, and it just shifted out of Capricorn into Aquarius. So it taught us something. And if I was to give you advice, I would tell you to figure out what house Pluto is currently in, because for the next 20 years, this is the energy that it's trying to teach you. So if you don't know how to look it up, you can just go on YouTube and put in Pluto transit and then your sign. And then I'm sure there'll be a lot of people up there sharing and telling you what sign it's in. There is ways to do it by reading charts and all that, but the easiest way, if you don't know about astrology, is just to go online and listen to astrologers who do understand that background. And so since it's shifting, so for 20 years, Pluto has been in my 8th house, which is all about Saturn energy, restrictions, karma, healing. I have had Pluto in my 8th house along with Saturn for 2.5 years. They were sharing the same house. So it really, everyone's like, why are you spending so much time deep diving? And it's like, well, hello, Pluto and Saturn's in that house. So what else am I supposed to do? So now knowing that Pluto is going into my 9th house of like, looking at the world different, learning new things, expansion, being out in the world. I'm just curious to see where it leads, but at least I have an understanding of the house that it's in and what Pluto might be asking me of. So it's just always good to know. But since it's shifted, I think a lot of us are now ready to show up into the world in the new way. So releasing the old uncomfortable comfort zones, releasing the old you, moving more into the you who you're meant to be and going after that heart, seeking hidden opportunities. Now, I had a dream about a tiny mouse, and this mouse has been in my dreams now like 3 times in the past 2 weeks. And a mouse is about hidden things. Now, it doesn't say good or bad, but with me knowing where Pluto is and what the transition is, and what's going on in my world, I'm going to assume it has to do with work. And I think it's about looking for hidden opportunities or showing up into the world in a new way. That's what and when I get a dream, because I share this, I make these reports out of the energy that I'm seeing coming up in other people's cards, my healing sessions, what I'm getting in my dreams, syncs that I'm having with other people in life. So if I'm getting a message about a mouse, it's also meant for you as well. And if it's about a relationship, it could just mean that there's stuff going on that you don't know. It could be good, it could be bad. So it's also about taking the hidden opportunity of like, okay, I now realize, this is just an example. I now realize that I'm living with a narcissist. And, that is something hidden that's coming to light, but it is also a hidden opportunity. It's a hidden opportunity to learn why you attracted that. It's a hidden opportunity to learn about about human nature. Hidden opportunity to learn really about the core wound of why you would attract that and the core wound of why they are like they are. And, it just is a hidden opportunity. I personally, because Pluto and Saturn were in my 8th house for so long, I just want to thank everyone for whoever brought me dark energy in some way, shape, or form, whether it be unhealthy criticism, because there's healthy criticism and unhealthy criticism. There's healthy judgment and there's unhealthy judgment. So anyone that's been a mirror to my healing or has brought me something heavy has really helped me build my stable, secure where I'm at right now in life. So that to me is a hidden opportunity. Okay. So seek out hidden opportunities. And I also had a dream about a little grizzly bear. Like, I mean, it was so tiny. Like it was playing with my daughter and my dogs, and they were just having a blast together. And I just looked at Stella, and I'm just like, we're not keeping this thing. Like, nope, that's not going to be a part of our plan because it's going to grow up and it's going to be a big bear. And then looking at the clients that I was attracting, gotta take a drink. Hold on. Looking at the clients and the energies that they were bringing to me, along with positive life interactions with my mom, synchronicities of she's having an experience in her life and sharing with me after I just experienced something that was not the same but kind of the same, all led me to this wound of the healing of the mother wound. So I really wanted to learn about who created the word. I've studied mother wound before for like years, but if you know who created like the terminology mother wound, please let me know. If it was a doctor, if it was a healer, like where did that terminology first stem from? I'm so curious to know. But the wound itself stems from women being oppressed. And now this is just not for women. This is also for men, because many men are oppressed in their own ways, even if it is someone telling a guy, boys don't cry, oppress how you feel. You know, it could be the littlest of ways, but so this is, everyone has yin energy, everyone has yang energy. So it goes back hundreds of years to when women were oppressed. So generationally, we have been healing this for years. So I would like to share the way that Spirit teaches me about energy. So how it is created, or how this energy is spread, what makes people fall into the wound is, think of a bear, overbearing, controlling, aggressive, angry. Okay, so that is the energy that spreads it. And a person who has received that energy a lot and hasn't worked through it, or doesn't know how to stay in their own power, or hasn't learned that yet, can absorb all that, and until they heal it on all four levels, like I always talk about, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, in their physical body, physical world, they're going to project. Now, the projections are ways that we've learned to keep ourselves safe. It's like some call it programming, ways that, you know, some call it the subconscious. Like there's so many different terminologies for it. I say ways that they project. So the way that this wound can project is through unhealthy boundaries, lack of self-awareness, fixing, controlling, wanting to rescue or save, codependency, which codependency to me, and how my guides showed me the energy, is it means I'm not okay with how anything outside me, if I'm questioning, if I don't like the way someone's showing up, if I want that person to change, like that is being codependent on something outside of myself that I want to change, or that I cannot just surrender and trust right now. Okay. It's us. Yeah. So other people might talk about it differently, but it all kind of stems from that. And then peacemaker, which is like good guy, good girl, like I'm not going to share how I truly feel. I'm going to press how I truly feel because I want you to view me in a certain way, because you can't view me from the truth that what I real feel, like if you're, yeah. So it is a way that we subconsciously are making choices to gain other people's approval, and feeling like we can't create the life on our own terms. So right now, if you're in a situation and you feel like, but I can't go do what I want to do because this wound is asking you why you feel like you can't create the life on your own terms. Why is there a because? Why is there codependent that this person? Why is there I want to save? Why isn't there healthy boundaries? Why isn't there self-awareness? What wisdom do I need that this Leo energy, what wisdom do I need to make that heart chakra activation I talked about to create the life on my own terms? So healing of this wound right now is happening for the collective energy. So you might be facing adversity and seeing that you need to heal the way that it spreads. So you might be seeing that and a lot of people weren't mirrored healthy communication. It's something that I had to research. I'm not saying, me and my mom didn't say, let's sit down on this bed and talk about things, because we did have healthy forms of communication. But I needed to improve on my forms of communication because I just needed to improve. So maybe like spending time trying to read and like I always say, I use anger all the time when I'm trying to talk about the 4 ways of healing, spiritually healing anger now through birth, because energetically, anytime you use it or someone uses it against you, it's damaging the nervous system, putting you in a state of fight and flight. And knowing that if you are used to being triggered into anger and you're trying to heal it, you have to surrender, and while working on it spiritually, so you don't trigger from that space, and being just allowing it, like, this is where I'm at. And then eventually, once you heal spiritually the nervous system enough, you won't be so reactive. Okay, so spiritually healing it, there's lots of ways to do spiritual healing: meditations, Reiki, yoga, acupressure, acupuncture, cleansing yourself, crystals, candles, incense. So showering yourself, asking it to be removed, salt baths. Like, there's lots of ways that you can do spiritual work throughout the day. And then mentally learning about it. How does anger affect the nervous system? Learning about the nervous system, learning about fight and flight, learning about how the brain functions in alignment with anger. So if I'm yelling at someone, their frontal lobe shuts off, and the frontal lobe helps them to receive. So you're yelling at them because you want them to hear you, but you're actually, by yelling at them, you're preventing them from hearing you clearly because of their brain. So learning all that kind of makes you feel like, okay, I'm not really going to get my point across because I know what I'm doing to the brain. So by gaining mental clarity, it helps you to learn how to control that. Emotionally, sometimes you just need to be able to feel it, address it, or not overuse it. And then, like, if you're trying to heal it on the physical world, you might need to set that healthy boundary. You might need to learn how to control that inwardly. So always 4 ways. So you might be being seen right now of, okay, I know I need to heal that divine feminine energy within me in regards to this one wound by not projecting it this way. And or not spreading it this way and not projecting it. So you might have one coming up from both sides. I'm being too codependent on this person and expecting them to do something. So I'm going to be angry and I'm going to try to control and I'm going to be overbearing and, so, and if it's showing you something, that's okay. Like I bolded the statement feeling like you can't create life on your own terms because that really hit home to me on this. So I just want to thank everyone for giving me their time and look for the other video on how to increase your power. And thank you for coming. I do want to send everyone some golden bronze energy. And I've never worked with bronze before, but it's been coming up during those syncs about the mother wound. So I want to take time, help you to release anything, any tensions, anything holding you back. Release anything held within the mother wound. Send this golden bronze energy to increase your wisdom of learning about your inner power, to increase your inner power, to give you more strength during adversity, and to release any lower perspectives that no longer serve you. Just clear it all away. And then also a good tip, since it's the Leo full moon, talking about power. Hopefully you already do this. Sorry, I'm just trying to ground. I feel like I need to ground that energy for everyone. So I'm feeling stuff as I'm talking. So I'm trying to do my Reiki the way that I do it. At nighttime, you will call back your energy every night. Say you have kind of an argument with someone or someone's being too codependent on your energy and they're going to go home and they're going to overthink about you. So call that energy back. Anybody holding my energy that shouldn't be holding my energy, anyone holding from an unhealthy state of being, I always say too, like, if I don't want to show up that way on earth, I don't want to show up in anybody's thoughts that way. So call it back to me. And then, also if I'm the one being the overthinker, if I'm holding on to someone else's energy, I don't want to, So I send all their energy back, cleared and healed and full. So I would do that every night. And I just want to thank you again and have a great night. Bye.